He showed her pepper, but she stayed. She kept her home. No go press person, na person pikin. No go press person with work because he marry you. Beautiful words. It what? It pie. It what? It pie. I'm just feeling fine today, really. I went to put up a picture of what this full outfit looks like. I wore it to church. I dropped it down to church, but I'm thinking, like, this is cool. Well, let's keep it down. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, you are welcome. I'm super excited to have you here. If you're an oldie, you know how we do. You know how we roll. You know how we roll. So yeah, so happy to have you on here. On this channel, what do I do stuff on this channel? Okay, I share recipes and I try to have very important conversations. And today I'm having one of such conversations. What I'm sharing in this video today is my opinion. I'm not saying it is the standard, but yeah, I have heard that I can be quite opinionated, so I'm like, okay, let me share my opinion about this topic, and then you let me know in the comments, do you share same sentiments? What do you think? If you disagree, also let me know in the comments, because I believe that we all have different takes on the same issue. Now, today I'm going to be talking about 7 things that I believe marriage is not. Okay, and now, disclaimer, I'm not a marriage counselor, I'm not a marriage professional, I do not have a perfect marriage, but I know that there are certain things that marriage is not. And you don't need to be a guru in the marriage field to know that marriage is not this thing. You don't need to be married to know that this is not what marriage is. And I'm sharing this because over the years I've heard people say some really weird stuff about marriage. I've heard people peddle certain things about marriage, and I'm like, this cannot be it. This is not what marriage is. So yeah, I'm going to be sharing 7 things I believe that marriage is not. Number 1, marriage is not rehab. Marriage is not a rehabilitation facility. Marriage is not where you go to broken and damaged and you expect to just be fixed. Marriage is not where you send your children to when you are tired of them. You're like, this boy distress me, make you just marry. Marry who? Another person begin. It's not where you say, this girl today waka, make she just marry. Marry who? Do you understand? It's not where you just send somebody that you believe is broken to go get fixed. Because the person that you're sending them to is another person's child. I've heard this over and over again. Parents are tired of their children. I'm like, please, make person just come marry her. I don't tire. Make them just come marry her. Why not we focus on trying to fix that person? How about we try helping that person become whole before they get married? So that you don't get stress another person's child. Like somebody is a chronic womanizer. He's chasing everybody around Port Harcourt. Everybody knows him. He's in every skirt, and then you hear him say something like, I know say I sabi waka, I know, but I believe say when I marry, my wife will cool me down. What is she? No, what is she? You have just in your mind decided that marriage is your rehab and marriage is not rehab. Most of the time, people that are damaged remain damaged in relationships or in marriages, or even get worse. And then it is the innocent partner that will not be suffering. So, marriage is not rehab. The second thing I would say is that marriage is not a reward for good behavior. Like, people should stop that stuff. She's a good girl. She kept herself. That's why she got married. She was a virtuous single lady. As a single lady, she was very virtuous. She was very decent. She not to waka. She not come back for that. She don't follow boys. That makes she marry. Can we stop making it look like marriage is a reward? Is this medal you get on your neck for being a good person? Marriage is not a reward for good behavior. So and I'm saying this because I have seen people say it over and over again, and it now makes it look like the person that is single is not a bad person. You are single because something must be wrong with you. You are single because you keep late nights. You're single because you're not decent. Something must be wrong with you. That's why you're single. This person is married because she is good. If you were just like her, then maybe you would have gotten married. It's a lie. Marriage is not a reward for good behavior. It is absolutely not. So, I'm done with people saying that. I'm just done with people saying that because you and me both know that a lot of people that get married are not necessarily good. But you know someone that you say, person marry this one. You go shocked to say person marry am. But yeah, that just shows that marriage is not a reward for good behavior. Another one is that marriage is not a place you run to when you're running away from family dysfunction. Like if you're from a dysfunctional family, for instance, like if you have drama in your family, maybe it's a polygamous home, maybe stepmother is poisoning children, maybe father is beating mother, and then you now feel like marriage is a place that you run to avoid this dysfunction. Marriage is really not the place you run to because you're running away from dysfunction. No. And then another thing is that you running away from dysfunction, you running to marriage just because you're running away from a dysfunctional situation, will push you to make very poor decisions. You're just going to wait for me person just come marry me, make I come out for this house. Make the door anybody when you come nah, say honey, will you? I'm going. And then that puts you in a situation where you get married to the wrong person just because you're running away from family drama. So I would just say if the drama is so much in the family, honey, move out. Just move out. And I know that for ladies, most of the time in Nigeria, it's hard for you to move out before you get married. They're like, single girl moving out. But if the dysfunction is that bad, if it's that terrible and it's affecting your mental health, you have to find a way to move out. But don't let marriage not be that next option that because everybody in my house is moving mad, then I'm going to run to marriage. That's not the solution. So just know that marriage is not a place to run to because you're running from a dysfunctional family. Hey, this one. Marriage is not a place for endless suffering. Marriage is not the place for endless sufferhead. Now, I know that life brings trials. Life throws stuff at people, right? Couples deal with fertility issues, loss of a child, financial struggles, terminal illness. That is life throwing stuff at you. Not the stuff that you throw at yourself. You just say, now marriage now, so the guy go beat me. I go just think that after all, that's so marriage be. Marriage is not the place for endless suffering, no. I have seen people romanticize suffering so much in marriages. I'm like, this is not what marriage is, so. This is not what marriage is, so. Even myself, I'd never married long. I've been married for only 7 years, but even as a newbie, I know that marriage is not about suffering. You hear people say, this guy showed down win, he showed her pepper, but she stayed, she kept her home. The guy cheated on her, he slept with everybody, the whole Lego. She stayed there, she kept her home. Once in a while like this in public, the guy would just tear her hot slap, but she stayed there. And we are making it look like it is a good thing. Why do we make it look like marriage is about endless suffering? And I'm like, when you keep sharing these stories, how will people even want to get married? If marriage is about endless suffering, why won't I just say single and enjoy my singility? Why won't I just stay single if marriage is about endless suffering? Like if you hear the way people talk about suffering in marriage, to marry no go hungry you. And I know that was one of the issues I had before I got married. Like before I even got to the headspace where I'm like, see, I'm going to get married. Like I was afraid. Because you never hear about good stories. Like everything is just bad. The guy bitter. The guy raper. The guy sleep with a friend. He sleep with Like, I'm like, so why are you people getting married? So marriage is not a place for endless suffering. Marriage is a place for companionship, for peace, for joy, for happiness, for friendship, for love. If you're not going there, and you're pounding yam morning, afternoon, night, and after you're not pounding yam morning, afternoon, night, the guy will now come and say, you made ogbono soup. It's okra that I want. He will now throw the food in your face. You want to tell me that that's marriage? Ah, as I'm like this small girl like me, I know and that's not marriage. Marriage is not a place for endless suffering, and let us stop romanticizing suffering in marriage. Sufferhead love is not love. Sufferhead love is not marriage. Let us stop giving people accolades for suffering. Marriage is not a place to end. It's not where all your friendships end. Marriage is not the place where all your friendships should end. I don't marry. Oh. I don't marry. That's it. Everybody come and be going. Come and be going, come and be going. I don't roll with single friends. I've married. I don't roll with single guests. And what's making me even think of this is my friend Memeko. She has a YouTube channel as well. She talked about this on her YouTube channel where some people get into committed relationships, they get married and then they bone their friends. And I'm like, I've heard of it. I've heard that it happens, but I just haven't. It hasn't happened to me, or at least I've not noticed. And if I didn't notice, then the person was probably not my friend. Okay, but I heard that it happens, and I'm like, why? Why are you getting married and then you're losing all your friendships? Why? Why? You know, and you hear stuff like, my husband say he doesn't like my friends. Anyways, go watch Memeko's video. She did a whole video talking about this thing, so just go watch it. But marriage is not a place where all your friendships should end, because your partner cannot be everything to you. It is not possible. It can't work. It can't work now. Your partner cannot be everything. There are certain relationships in your life that fit certain aspects of your life. If your partner is everything to you, you're going to wear them out. They're going to get burnt out. They're going to get frustrated. I know I'll get frustrated because me, I like soft life. I don't want anybody to come and stress me. I want to mean everything to my partner. I want to be your world. I want to mean everything, but I don't want to be everything. Do you know the difference? I'm sure you know the difference. I want to mean everything. I want you to love me and cherish me. I want to mean the world to you, but I don't want to be the world to you. I don't want to have to take the place of every single relationship in your life. I cannot be everything. I cannot be your mother. I cannot be your buddy, like your male friend. I can't be your guy that you play snooker with. I can't be your brother. There are certain relationships I cannot feel. You know, so don't think that as you're marrying, then this person is going to be my alpha, my omega, the water I drink, the air I breathe, the toilet I sit on, the life of my No, please. Please, marriage is not a place where you lose your friendships. Make sure that you keep your friendships. Friendships are valuable. They are super important. And I mean, so I'll just give you a quick story here. When we went on a girls' trip in 2013, we were 5 girls who went on that trip. And 2 of the girls that went on that trip were married. One was married for about a year at the time we went for that trip. One was married for 3 months. And she went on the trip. I was engaged. I don't know about the 2 other people. Okay. But people found it weird that the married girls went on the girls' trip. People think it's surprising that the one that had been married for 3 months went on a girls' trip. Why? Girls' trip of 1 week. They say the relationship, her marriage is new, it's just 3 months. How can she leave a 3-month relationship to go on girls' trip? Girls' trip that is 1 week. She has been with this guy for 3 months, so she went on 1 week trip, and people think it's weird. How? Like, you have to maintain your friendship. So marriage is not that place where you lose your friendships, because if you lose your friendships, should I talk it? Should I talk it? This one, marriage is not a reason to feel better than the next person. Marriage is not, I'm repeating it, a reason to feel better than the next person. Hello, I'm married. You don't talk to me like that. You don't know what it is like because you're not married. You know, see, say I wear ring for finger. If you like wear chain on your hand, what's our business? What's our business? It is so irritating when people make it look like because they are married, they are better than the next person. They deserve more respect than the next person. They believe they should stand in front of the line because they are married. Now, marry you. Hey. You know, it is so annoying. And one thing I've also found is that people even just make it worse. So I remember when I was single, there were people that call me Nene B. So people call me Nene B, you know. And then I got married. And the same people that called me Nene B last week, 1 week after, they were calling me Madam Nene. I'm like, ring. Because of ring. You were calling me Nene B, my guy, Nene B. 1 week. I'm not Madam Nene. How? I mean, I have to tell people to stop. Oh, it was so, and maybe I'm just different. So let me know in the comments, oh, am I doing too much? But like to me, it was just super weird that just because I got married, you have to now display respect. Because to me, that's not respect. It's just a display, right? You had to now change your tone when you're talking to me. You had to change my titles. I'm like, I'm still Nene B, man. I'm still Nene B for life, yo. So yeah, marriage is not the place to feel better than the next person, and people should also stop treating married people like I don't know, extra special. You know, it's annoying because I was in that situation when I was single. Somebody let's say we're age mates, okay? The person got married before me, and then suddenly this person is getting privileges that I won't get those privileges because I'm single. And I'm like, why? You know, people start respecting you differently because you're married. And I'm like, I don't know. If you're married, stop feeling like you're better than someone that is single. Because, honey, you are not. And then the last one, marriage is not a place where one person does the heavy lifting. I said it. Only you pay bill. Only you cook. Only you clean fridge. Only you call plumber. Only you be mechanic. Only you pump water. Only you do school runs. Only you take care of children. What is the problem? No, what is really the problem? Marriage is not a place where you go and do heavy lifting. You're not the only person that will do heavy lifting. It's not for one person. It is a partnership. There are two people there. And maybe personally, me, I like soft life. The way I hate stress. Honey, the way I hate stress. I can't do it. So if you are already there thinking when I get married, I'm just going to chill, do Netflix and chill. Well, maybe if you are going to marry people in the category of Dangote, Adotedola, and all those people, there's chef and there's somebody that might be finding your needs. You can have that kind of soft life. But if you're getting married to somebody that is up and coming, like you, that is up and coming, then you should be ready to both lift the weight. You can't get married and say, I'm just going to let my partner do everything and I'm just going to chill, you know? Like, both of you should pull your weight. There are times when one person will do the heavy lifting because of life. Maybe someone is sick, maybe your wife just gave birth, maybe somebody's out of a job, so one person may lift more weight, okay? It happens, but when all being fair, all being good, it should be both people lifting the weight. It's not one person. No go press person, na person pikin. No go press person with work because he marry you. No they let person they suffer because he marry you. Because someone like me, I hate suffer in this life. So I'm just saying this one. Like, do not press somebody because they're married to you. Marriage is about partnership. It's about two people lifting the weight and doing life together. Okay? So these are my thoughts on what marriage is not. In the comment section, let me know what marriage is not. I would like to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. And if there's any other thing you would like to hear my thoughts on, let me know in the comment section as well. And I'll be glad to shoot that video for you. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about things that caused issues while I was dating. You don't want to miss that video. All right. See you in the next one. Bye.